Hi, and welcome to Perpetual Fitness Training. My name is Holly. I'm going to be your instructor today for this yoga session. A couple months ago, my family and I ended up getting COVID, and one of the things that plagued me the most were these headaches and these digestion issues. They just kind of would never go away. They lasted for weeks. So while I was going through all this, I kept thinking, what I can do to help relieve the headache and help with the digestion. And this is the routine I came up with. So of course, it doesn't have to be for anybody that is suffering with the effects of COVID, but it can be for those that have headaches or any digestion issues. This routine is meant for you. So all you need today is a mat, some soft music playing in the background, something that helps you to relax if you can find a quiet corner in your home away from all the distractions. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, and welcome. Let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start at the very front of the mat in a standing position. Feet are hip width apart. I want you to tuck that tailbone under, have soft knees, pull that belly in, roll those shoulders up, back, and down, squeezing those blades together, lifting the heart, taking those palms forward, space between your chin and chest, closing those eyes. Let's just focus on that breath. Inhaling through the nose, slowly exhaling through the nose. Start with just a normal breath rhythm. Now we're going to start to take it deeper. Nice big inhale. Exhale, slowly releasing, keeping those eyes closed. Relaxing those shoulders down. And we're going to take that breath even deeper. Pull it into the very bottom of the mouth. Big inhale. As you exhale, I want you to relax your face, relax your jaw, feel those shoulders drop, keeping that tummy tight. Big inhale. Big exhale. Think about using that belly to help push that air out. And last time, big inhale. And long, extended exhale. On your next inhale, let's take those arms, reach them up to the ceiling. Now you're going to round your back and just slowly dive down, coming into a forward fold. You can take those hands to the legs or bend the knees, holding, let the crown of the head drop. If you cannot touch the floor, taking the hands to the body or a block would be just fine. Keeping that tummy tight, just relax down. Breathing deeply. Still feeling the muscles release and relax with every exhale. And let's go ahead and step back with that right foot coming into a runner's lunge. Big step. And we're just going to allow those hips to drop down, shoulders relax. Again, if your hands cannot be on the floor, you can be on that thigh. You can be on a pair of blocks. Just let those hips drop. Hold. Let's go ahead and inhale. And we're going to straighten that leg. You don't have to get it all the way straight. It can be bent. You're just coming up as high as you can, rounding your back. Exhale, lower down. Tummy tight, inhale up. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale up. And exhale down and hold. Keeping that leg straight. And now we're going to bend that knee and come into a low lunge. We're sinking just a little deeper. Maybe you want to take that belly to the inside. Maybe you want to bring both of those hands to the inside. That's fine as well. Just relax through the hip. And we're going to go ahead and drag this left foot back. We're going to move it into tabletop. From here, curl those toes, pull that belly in nice and tight, and just slowly take it up into your first downward dog. This will tend to be tight, so feel free to bend the knees, press the chest in, or just jog those heels, just loosening up. Don't worry if you can't get the heels to touch all the way to the floor. We're just warming up here. And pressing both heels, releasing attention, shoulders drop away from the ears, trying to get that tailbone toward the ceiling. And go ahead and come on down, keeping those toes curled. Just go ahead and press those hips back. And then go ahead and come on forward. Let's take that right foot forward in between those hands. Help it along if you need to. I want you to extend that left leg back, sinking down, keeping that tummy tight. And pushing off, come on up, moving into a forward fold. Crown of the head toward the floor, so you're looking at your thighs. Heavy in that upper body, keeping that tummy pulled in nice and tight, just heavy. Release and relax. Bending those knees, pressing through those feet, round and slowly come up. Moving very deliberately. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Big inhale. And exhale, round again, gently coming down. We're working through that flexion in the spine, opening up the back and the back of the legs. Let that head drop. Staying relaxed. Again, hands are anchored, always touching something. We're not just allowing them to hover. And now we're going to take a big step back with that left foot. Big step. Let those hips drop, shoulders relax, tummies tight. Hold. Pressing back through that left heel. And then if you can, straightening through that front leg as much as you can, round. Exhale, lower. You don't have to do this part. You can just hold this lunge. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. Just feel the movement. Inhale, up, gliding through the move. Exhale, lower. Feeling that body open up. Dropping that back knee, holding here, low lunge. And let's go ahead and drag this leg back, moving into tabletop, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, toes curl, hips up, our second downward dog. So this one may not feel a whole lot looser than the other, so if you need to, again, bend the knees, pressing the chest and jog the heels, but if you feel ready, you can go ahead and come up, pressing the shoulder blades away from the ears, letting the heels fall, taking that tailbone toward the ceiling. And let's go ahead and come on down to the knees. Right foot forward in between those hands. And we're going to go ahead and extend that left back, shoulders relax. Pushing off, come on up, forward fold. Try to get those legs a little straighter. Relaxing through that upper body. Keeping that tummy pulled in nice and tight. And we're going to bend those knees and slowly roll up. At the top, shoulder roll. Nice big inhale, reaching those arms up. And exhale, we're going to swan dive, flat back, coming down, moving into forward fold. We're going to come up halfway, flat back, hands are to the shins or the floor. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back with that right, let those hips fall, shoulders relaxed, tummies pulled in. And let's go ahead and take it back into a modified plank. So dropping that knee down, big inhale, exhale, elbows graze the ribs. We're going to inhale and come on up, shoulders relaxed. You're pressing the top of the feet into the mat, you're pushing the hips into the mat. You are not pressing up, right? We're just using the strength in the back to bring ourselves up. And let's go ahead, tummy tight, take it back, downward dog. Move nice and slow. We're still in that warm-up phase. Let's go ahead and come up to your tippy toes as high as you can. Exhale, press those heels down. Inhale up. Exhale, press. One more time, inhale up. Exhale, press. And down to the knees. Left foot forward. Extend that right back. I said left foot forward, but I put my right foot forward. Extend that right leg back. Drop those hips, shoulders relax. And pressing off, come on up, forward fold. Relaxing, tummy's tight. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come on up. Nice and slow, take your time. Exhale to your heart. Big inhale, reach. Reaching out, swan dive, forward fold. Coming up halfway, flat back, looking forward. Exhale all the way down. Stepping back left, letting the hips fall, shoulders relax. Coming back into a modified plank, so left knee down, drag that right foot back. Finding your way into a modified plank, tummy is tight, big inhale. Exhale, lead with the heart, hips are slightly up. Plant the hips, lift up, big inhale, shoulders down, not pressing through the palms. And take it down, press it back, moving into downward dog. Take your time with these moves, especially if you have a headache. Nice slow movement, shoulders drop. And now we're going to jog the heels. We're going to press the right heel, bend the left knee, big inhale. As you exhale, you're going to switch. Big inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. And exhale, left. And then pushing both heels down. And come on down to those knees. And we're just going to hold it here in tabletop, keeping that tummy tight. Let's go ahead and take that left foot forward. Curl that back toe and just push on up, coming into a forward fold. Now, the kind of headache you have is really going to depend on if this is a beneficial exercise for you. I've never had a sinus headache, but I hear they're atrocious. And sinus headaches tend to not do well with more pressure through the head. So if you have a sinus headache, this is probably not the routine for you. But listen to your body. There may be other headaches that this doesn't work well for either. So at first it will kind of pound a little bit, but then as you go through the session, I did start to feel better. But you have to listen to your body and do what your body tells you. All right, from here, we're going to go a little bit deeper. So you can either grab a hold of those ankles, or if you can reach those big toes with the first two fingers, you're just going to wrap the first two fingers around the big toe. Thumb goes over the top of the big toe. Big inhale. On the exhale, the elbows go out to the side, and you're just pulling that chest closer toward those thighs, letting that head drop, and I want you to hold it here. Focus on the breath. Slowly exhale. Inhale. Slowly exhale. One more time, big inhale. And slowly exhale. Hold it here. Just release any tension through that body. Feel the relaxation. And now we're going to release, bend those knees, slowly roll up. Again, hands to your thighs if you need to. At the top, shoulder roll. Nice big inhale, reaching those arms up. Slowly rolling down, coming into a forward fold. We're going to step back with that right leg, coming into a runner's lunge. From here, we're going to take it down and come on down into a low lunge, top of the foot to the mat, sinking down, tummy tight. Hold, just release. Slowly coming up. Lifting the heart, shoulders down. You can stay here or taking those arms above the head. Hands come into the prayer at the heart. Let's go ahead and take that right hand down. Now this can be on a block or on the floor. Left hand to your thigh. Relax through the hips. Sink those hips. Pull that tummy in nice and tight. And you're just going to twist to the side. You're just going to look over that left leg. Trying to kind of look behind that left shoulder. Listen to your body. The deeper the twist, the more benefit. But if you feel any pain, I want you to back out of it. There should be no cramping in the muscles either. Trying to stay relaxed, letting the hips continue to fall toward the floor. And coming back to the center, holding here, dropping down. Now we're going to curl this back toe. We're going to push off and just come up and onto the side of the foot. So you're in a narrow warrior one position. From here, if you can, hands to the floor or to the body, you're going to start to straighten that front leg. Let that body just release down and just hang the head, keeping that tummy tight. Hold. Breathing deeply. You're pulling back on that left hip. You're pressing that right hip forward. Really feeling this nice stretch through the back of the leg. Relaxing tension from around the eyes and jaw. And now we're going to push off with that back foot and come on up into a forward fold position. Let that head release. And let's go ahead and take it back with the left. Again, coming down into that low lunge, tummies tight. Just drop those hips, placing the hands where you can hold. Just feel the hip flexors opening up. We're opening up right here. Releasing, pressing the hips toward the floor. And then belly tight, walk up that thigh. And as you do this, try not to come back into that leg. You're staying low, still pressing the hips. Lift that heart. It's just a little arch to the back. Your gaze is slightly up. And then if you'd like, taking those arms up. Shoulder blades down. And hands into prayer. All right, let's go ahead and take that left hand down to the floor or the block right next to that right foot. Right hand to the thigh. Let those hips drop, releasing, tummy tight, and twist, shoulders down. And maybe continue to look behind that right shoulder, keeping that right shoulder pressed away. Think about wringing out the core like a rag from the belly button and around. And coming back to the center. We're going to extend this left leg back, and we're going to move to the left now. We're going to come into a standing straddle. We're pressing out through the pinky toes, feeling the stretch through the side ankle here. Hands right under the shoulders, or a block can be underneath those hands. Let that head drop and just hold here. Looking between those legs, keeping that tummy nice and tight. Release and relax. Now let's go ahead and take this right hand and we're going to reach over and we're going to grab the left shin. The left hand just lays right on top of the right hand. Drop the right shoulder, let the head relax, and then I want you to twist and try to look over that left shoulder. This may be enough for you. If it is, stay here. If not, use those hands to pull your chest closer to that left leg and just hold. Finding balance through the feet, roll out through those baby toes, keeping that tummy tight. Balancing equally through the feet, keeping that tummy tight. And coming back to the center. And now we're going to move to that other side. Left hand comes to the right shin. Your right hand just comes right on top. Drop that left shoulder, tummy tight. Twist, trying to look over the right shoulder. Stay here or pull the chest closer to the thigh. You're going to feel the stretch through the lat as well on that left side. Just breathe as deeply as you can. And let's go ahead and release it to the center. Holding here. You can let that head drop if it feels good. Let's go ahead and move over to the right. Coming back into that runner's lunge, we're going to drop that knee down. We're going to drag this right foot back. And then go ahead and just sit back into child's pose. Letting that head release. Glutes move toward the heels. Just relaxing down, arms reaching out. tummy tight, and let's go ahead and take it back up, moving into a tabletop position. We're going to go ahead and take those forearms down to the floor. The hands are just laying on the mat, or you can interlace those fingers. Either way, we're going to move into Dolphin. So it's basically downward dog, but on your forearms. Let the head drop. Tummy's nice and tight. Curl those toes. Keep those shoulder blades away from the ears. And let's go ahead and just take it up. Once you're here, you hold and let those heels fall. Now I want you to press your chest toward the thighs, bringing the head in between the hands. And you can stay here, or if you want to go a little further, you start to walk those toes forward and pressing the heels toward the floor. Most people struggle to get the heels touching here. Don't worry about it. Just let the heels relax. Press through those shoulders. Push that chest toward those thighs. Tummy's nice and tight. You are working a little bit of strength here. Just breathe through it. And let's go ahead and come on down. We're going to keep that head low, top of the feet to the mat, and go right back into child's. Trying to level out the blood through the head. Giving it a minute before we come up. And tummy tight, and inhale, and just gently come on up. We're going to move right into extended puppy. So from the same position, hands reach out. Come up on those fingertips and drop that chest down. And then just let your head fall down, forehead down. Walk those fingertips out and then release the palms to the floor. As you do that, I want you to push your chest down toward the mat, trying to get your nipple line to touch the mat. You're going to feel this through the shoulders and the upper back. Just breathe. Relaxing through those shoulders, no tension. Relax the jaw, release any muscles around the temple and forehead. Breathe. And pull that belly in, gently come up, and then start to walk those hands back. All right, dropping the belly, look up, big inhale, exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, drop. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale. Exhale. Back into neutral. Let's go ahead and take those glutes to the floor. I like to cross my ankles behind and just drop it back, taking those legs out in front. We're going to move right into a staff position, so up nice and tall. If you find in this position you are rounded and you struggle to get that chest up, you're going to take those hands behind the back and you're just going to lift your heart. And using those hands, keeping that back straight, this is how you're going to come down into this position. If you have a strap, that will allow you to be able to come up nice and tall, and you can use that. Otherwise, nice big inhale, sitting up tall, belly tight, exhale. Just reach down, round the back, and allow your body to just drape over those legs. Shoulders drop down, tummy's nice and tight. You can hold on to the legs if you like, or again, if you have the strap, or if you can reach the feet, whatever feels comfortable for you. No straining through the shoulders, drop them down, and just allow the chest to come toward those thighs. Keeping the feet flexed, tightening through that kneecap. And tighten your tummy and slowly roll back up. And up nice and tall. All right, working a little bit more into the digestion with that twist, right? Anything that twists through the core is beneficial for your digestion. So I'm going to go ahead and take my right foot and place it on the outside of my left. We're going to hug in with the left, or you can go up and over if you have more flexibility. You can take that right hand behind. I want you to lift up tall, big inhale. Pull that belly button in and twist at the belly button to look to the side. This is where you pull that leg in and then start to twist a little more if you can, looking behind that right shoulder. You're staying up tall, keeping that tummy tight, breathing as deeply as you can. It's hard to do in the twist. Making sure that left foot is out and flexed. And release it, coming back to the center. Let's go ahead and do that other side. This is also an excellent stretch for that spine. Come up nice and tall. Hug in with the right, left hand behind. Lift, big inhale, tummy tight. Exhale, twisting at the core. See how far you can get around. Drop that left shoulder down, flexing that right foot, looking behind the left shoulder and breathe. Taking deep breaths. And coming back to the center. And let's go ahead and just shake those legs out. We're going to take the right foot and we're going to take it into that left thigh. You're going to turn your chest so it faces this flexed left foot. Hands on either side, big inhale. Or again, remember that trick, hands back here if you don't have a strap, all right? Up nice and tall, big inhale. On the exhale, bringing the chest toward the thigh, relaxing the head down, keeping that left foot flexed. Hold. And gently come on up. We're going to move into a twisted position here. So we're going to start with my back to you, and you'll see what it looks like from both sides. So you're going to take this left arm, and it's either going to come to your thigh, it can come to a block that's to the inside of that left foot, or you can take the forearm all the way down to the floor. I'm going to keep it up on my thigh for this one so that you can see the rotation. So from here, forearm to that thigh, you're going to rotate that right shoulder, and now you're looking over that right knee. Now you're going to take that arm up, big inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to reach that arm over the head and start to drop the body to the side. You are not dropping the chest at all. You are staying open, looking up to the ceiling, pulling back on that right shoulder, feeling this through the side waist as well as through that hamstring, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Just hold here. Your shoulder, that left shoulder is not up near your ear. It's nice and relaxed down. The more flexibility you have, the lower you'll be able to go. Eventually, you want to try to touch that toe without dropping that chest down. Breathe into those ribs. Separate those ribs with every deep breath. And inhale. Press to that forearm and gently come back up. And now we're going to go ahead and do the other side. So let's bring in the left, extend that right, pulling that foot into that thigh. We're going to rotate open. So let's go ahead and take that forearm down to the thigh. We're going to rotate, big inhale, arm comes up, and on the exhale, coming over. So you can be thigh, you can be block, or you can be floor. We are not dropping our chest toward the floor. We're keeping that gaze up, opening through the chest. With every exhale, releasing a little further. With every inhale, we're separating those ribs, feeling the muscles right in between those ribs and down along that side. Get a stretch. One more big inhale. Exhale, just gently bring it up, and then one more time, let's take those legs out and just give them a little shake. All right, I want to do one for the hips. So I'm going to turn toward you. We're moving into Firelog Pose. So you're going to take this front shin, and you're going to make it parallel to the front of your mat. You're going to stack the other on top. So the side of my left foot is going to come to the little crease on my right knee. And then this knee is going to come right over this foot. If you're tight, This is not going to be an easy position at all. Your knee may be all the way up here into your head. So options, you can place a block in front of your right knee and place that foot on the block. That will alleviate some of that tightness. If it still doesn't work, then you can do the crisscross applesauce position, easy pose as it's known. And you can work in this position right here, which is generally easier for the hip. So make sure that you're looking into those modifications if the full expression of the pose is just too much for you. I like to readjust once I'm in here and really make sure that those legs are stacked. Hands on either side, tummy tight, and we're just going to slowly start to drop down. Relaxing down, you're pushing the sits bones down. I don't want you to list to one side. You're right in the center. Start to drop the chest. I want you to think about relaxing through the feet, relax through the shoulders. And when you feel the pull through that left hip, you're going to hold. And you may feel it slightly through the right as well. It could also be low back that you're feeling. There's a few areas that we're stretching here. I just like to give it a little shimmy as it starts to release, to come a little deeper. Relax and hold. You can keep those hands out to the side or you can take them forward. If you can release all the way down, you can just take them back in any position that is comfortable for you. Try to keep that spine nice and straight. Just giving a little tension release through those hips. And then I want you to gently come on up. And now we're going to switch. So we're going to go ahead and take, for me, it'll be left on the bottom, parallel to the front of the mat. The right foot goes into the crease on that left knee, stacking knee on top of foot, hands on either side, getting those sits bones ground down into that mat, and then just slowly walking it out when you feel the pull hold. So this side is a lot tighter for me, so I'm going to have to hold a lot higher. That's okay. Listen to your body. Shoulders relax. And then maybe start to walk down just a little bit more. Again, releasing through the shoulders. Be a hero. Just do what you can. Always listening to the body, taking deep breaths. And as you exhale, you're trying to release that breath into that tight muscle you feel. Trying to get it to let go, not tightening up, not fighting the stretch. And then we're going to slowly come up and take it out and release. All right, we have two poses left. We're just going to do a little ball pose, but then I want to talk about the last pose. So Shavasana is how we usually end it, and of course we're going to end it with a Shavasana as well. But this time we're going to do a Shavasana with the legs up the wall. Legs up the wall is great for anyone that has any issues with their legs. It can also help relieve issues with your low back. I am going to remind you, though, to please ask your doctor if you have any serious back issues or any cervical spine issues. Please speak with your doctor and make sure that this is a pose that is good for you and it's not going to cause any problems. You generally want to start with legs up the wall for about 5 minutes, and then eventually you want to work your way up to about 20 minutes. It has a lot of benefits: digestion, headaches, fatigue, muscle soreness, all kinds of things. That legs up the wall really does benefit people to do this and to do it often. As much time as you have, it can be tough. And if you're in a studio setting, it can be very difficult during Shavasana to place your legs up a wall. But if you have that opportunity, I would encourage it, just as a different pose to corpse pose. If you don't like legs up the wall, or it's something that you cannot do, then a traditional Shavasana pose is just fine. So let's go ahead and lay down on our back. Tummy's nice and tight for support. Once you get down, bring the knees in, hug them in, and let's go ahead and bring that forehead up toward the knees and just hold. And then we're going to slowly release everything down. All right, so to come to legs up a wall, you're just going to scoot as close to the wall as you can, making sure your mat is underneath you. I want you to be comfortable. Once you get against the wall, then you just take those legs and turn them up the wall. When you do this, your glutes should be right against the wall, the low back into the floor. Kind of shimmy and get that down if you need to. Tummy's nice and tight. Your hands can be wherever you like them to be. I tend to place them on my stomach. You can also choose to have these legs wide, maybe coming into a butterfly position, or just coming straight up the wall. Relax those feet. So I don't want you to flex. Relax the feet. Tummy is nice and tight. Let's go ahead and close the eyes. So just like our traditional Shavasana, we're going to relax, completely relax, letting go of any tension. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Again, as deep as you can. Fill up that belly. And then exhale, using the strength in that belly. Push that air out through the nose, releasing those shoulders back. Again, deep inhale. Big exhale. One more time, big inhale. On this exhale, see if you can make the ocean sound in the back of your throat. Inhale. And exhale. All right, you can continue that deep breath or go ahead and go to a more regular style of breath, making sure you're breathing deeply into those lungs though. Relaxing through the shoulders. I want you to think about relaxing. We're going to actually start with the feet this time. Relax the toes, relax the arches. Release any tension through the heels. On your next exhale, relax any muscles through the lower legs, calves, shins. Feel the kneecaps just float. On this exhale, you're releasing any tension from the front of the thighs. Just feel them relax. Feel those hamstrings let go. Release the glutes. Feel that low back get heavier into the mat. On your next exhale, you're relaxing through the glutes, through the abs, the low back. Release any tension all along the spine. Feel those ribs just opening up. Feel those shoulders rolling open, opening through the chest. Relax your fingers, your wrists, your elbows. Walk that relaxation up the arms into the neck. Feel the jaw relax. It let go. It just falls back. Feel that tongue release. Release any tension further up the face, into the cheeks, around the eyes. There's no expression through those eyes. Relax the forehead. Release any tension around the temples. Maintain this nice, deep relaxation breath as you feel your body sinking and releasing. I want you to stay here as long as you can, as long as you have, and as long as it's comfortable. Try to hit 5 minutes at least. I want you to have a blessed day on this day.